What's up, family? Man, I want to have a heart-to-heart with you guys today. Man, it is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. You know what I mean? Man, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. Man, I've made a post earlier this morning on social media. Man, we're always listening. We're always paying attention. The problem for the great majority of us, we're listening and paying attention to the wrong people and the wrong things. Let me say it again. We're always listening and we're always paying attention. The problem is that for the great majority of us, we're always paying attention and listening to the wrong people and the wrong things. Stay with me. We're going to go somewhere. It's a trip how many people that I meet and I come across, that's always wanting to talk to me for whatever reason. You know what I mean? I had that thing. I try to stay away from people, but man, people find me. You know what I mean? I spend the great majority of my time at the beach during the summertime. The great majority of my time, I'm at the beach. Man, you can tell I'm getting dark. You know what I mean? I'm getting black as hell. And it is what it is. I don't care. You know what I mean? I love the beach. I love being out in the sun. A lot of us don't get enough sun at all. I'm just throwing that out there for some of you. But no matter where I'm at, people are always wanting to walk up and talk to me. People are always wanting to have a conversation with me. And for whatever reason, they feel comfortable enough to open up and just pour out their heart, pour out their soul, And I'm looking at them and I'm like, okay, God, I got you. All right, source, I hear you. You know what I mean? And I'm listening to these people and they're like, man, I don't even know why I'm sharing this with you. And man, they look at me and they're just stop and they catch themselves and they're like, who the fuck are you that I'm having to start to heart with? I don't even fucking know you. You know what I mean? And they always do this, no matter where I'm at. And I trip out on that. And I start sharing some things with them that I feel that source is telling me to say to them. And you can see it in their eyes. They have that look of amazement. They have that look of shock, like, how the hell did you know this? How the hell did you know to say this? Or that I needed to hear, you said this, and man, that just fucked me up. You said this, and man, that hit, and that went, da-da-da. You know what I mean? How the hell did you know this? And again, we're always listening and paying attention. Most of us are listening and paying attention to the wrong people and things. See, I listen to Source. And I don't give a damn who like it and who don't like it. I listen to God, the Most High, whatever you want to call him. You know what I mean? And some people get so fucking sensitive about what you refer to God as. As if God is sitting on the throne almighty and he's pissed off because you called him source. As if God is sitting on the throne of almighty. You know what I mean? He created this whole motherfucking world. Do you honestly actually believe that you're going to offend somebody, something that fucking powerful by what you refer to them as? Are you really that fucking ignorant? I'm just being real. It is what it is. You got to be, not you, but I'm just saying, that has to be so fucking asinine and ridiculous for us to say, I'm still on point, stay with me, for us to sit there and think that because we've been told this bullshit that you can't refer to source or God or the man above or whatever, as that's offensive to God. God don't give a fuck about what your ass think about him. Who the fuck are you? Oh, we going in today. I'm just letting you know, we going in today. And it is what it is. We got to grow the fuck up. Who the fuck are you to think that you can offend God by what your ignorant, raggedy ass think about him? Who the hell do you think you are? Really, just been real. To think that, man, if I can't refer to God as God, I have to refer to him as source, as the Most High, or Yahweh, because if I don't, it's going to offend him, and he's not going to answer my prayers, he's not going to listen to me, Are you serious? Are you serious? Before the fucking planet was, God was. Before people was, God was. Before fucking different languages, God was. Before the different ethnicities, God was. Before America was, God was. Before English was, God was. God don't give a fuck what you think about him. That's your fucking issue, not his. Hers, it, whatever you want to refer to him as, it as. God don't give a fuck. Grow the fuck up. Stop being so fucking super spiritual and religious. And the trip is, we've heard this bullshit. We've had some ignorant pastor, preacher, teacher, whatever, parent, grandparent, whatever, tell us this stupid shit. And we've kept regurgitating this stupid shit and passing it on as some spiritual, profound fucking teaching. We got to grow the fuck up. We have to grow the fuck up. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And again, I don't give a damn whether people like what I got to say or not. I'm happy with me. I have peace. I have joy. A joy that passes all understanding. I'm in love with me. So whether nobody else loves me or not, man, I'm fucking good. I'm good. I'm fulfilled. I'm at one. I could finally say that shit. I don't need the acknowledgments and the acclamations or whatever you want to call this shit. You know what I mean? The accolades from other people for me to feel like, okay, I'm good. Because I'm good. Whether people see it or not. Whether people acknowledge it or not. Who are you listening to? What are you listening to? See, I don't have to listen to people. I don't have to have millions of subscribers or a lot of people watching my stuff or whatever the case may be and just liking it and loving it. Man, I don't need that shit. I don't. Whether one person listens, whether nobody listens, man, I did what I was supposed to do. And I'm at peace with that. I'm happy about that. I have joy. I could walk away, man, okay, cool. I said what I was supposed to say. Why? Because I know the right person to hear what has to be said. At the right time. See, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. Who are you listening to? What are you listening to? And see, so many of us, the trip is good. I could be talking to people and I could be sharing some stuff with people, just spitting some stuff to them. And they have a hard time accepting. But when somebody tells them that they're ugly, when somebody tells them that they're stupid, or they're this, or they're that, they'll eat that shit up like it's fucking cookies. You know what I mean? Somebody say something negative to them. Man, it's like a fucking smorgasbord for them. You know what I mean? All you could eat. And they're using both hands, just gobbling that shit up. You come along and you send some positive, righteous shit. And they're like, what the fuck is this? Hold up, wait a minute. You doing too much. Why are you saying that? And what make you think that? And da. They want to fucking argue with you about everything. These other motherfuckers come on with all this stupid shit. This useless shit, this negative, toxic ass shit. And these same people that's questioning your spirituality, these same people that's questioning why you send this positive shit. These same people be looking at that negative, toxic shit. And they can't get enough of it. They can't consume enough of it. Man, they gotta hear it in their fucking music. They gotta watch it on their fucking reality shows. They gotta listen to the shit on their and watch the shit on their fucking YouTube videos, on their fucking Instagram feeds, on their fucking Facebook shit. They can't get enough of the toxic bullshit. It is what it is. And we that don't consume that stuff, we don't look at those people as, man, they're fucking wasting time and they're negative and toxic as fucking. Man, that's not about that. I look at those people and I'm like, damn. I remember when I was just like that. I remember when I was worse than that. You know what I mean? Truth be told. I remember when I was toxic as fuck. And I thought I was on point. I remember when I was toxic as hell. When everything I touched turned to fucking rust. I contaminated every fucking thing I put my hand on. Because I was that fucking toxic. And I didn't even know that I was that damn fucking toxic. Because I was listening to my ego, and my ego had me thinking that I was on point. I was listening to my ego, and my ego had me thinking that I was connected to God, the source, the most high. I was listening to my ego, and my ego had me convinced that I was righteous and living a godly life. See, the funny thing about ego is, I was talking to a young man at the beach yesterday, and he was like, man, I'm not in my ego, da, da, da. I said, bro, the fact that you make that statement shows you how stuck and how brainwashed you are and manipulated and controlled you are by your ego. And he looked at me, he's like, no. I said, hold on. See, most of us, we think ego, and when we hear the term ego, we automatically think that, oh, ego is me being egotistical, me being arrogant, me being cocky. And that's the only definition or understanding we have of ego. Oh, I'm not egotistical. I'm not arrogant. I'm not proud. I'm not cocky. I'm not boastful. And so we think that, man, we're not controlled by our ego. When nothing can be further from the truth. See, the thing about the ego is, the ego makes somebody think all that stuff. The ego has somebody arrogant, cocky, and all that other stupid ass shit, self-righteous and judgmental and all that other stuff. The ego will have you doing that. But the ego will also have you self-sabotaging. The ego will also have you, man, not feeling good enough. The ego will also have you feeling like you have no value. You have no worth. You ain't shit. You ain't never been shit. You ain't never gonna be shit. Ain't nobody ever gonna like your raggedy ass. Your ego be telling you that same shit. And so you'll walk around with your head down. You won't look nobody eye to eye. Your ego have you feeling suicidal. Your ego will have you feeling depressed. Your ego will have you feeling lonely and frustrated. That's all part of the fucking ego. And so it's not about just being arrogant and cocky. It's everything. It's everything. And what I mean by everything is everything from being arrogant and cocky all the way down to being suicidal and depressed, angry, pissed the fuck off, frustrated. That's all a part of the fucking ego. And that's what we mostly listen to, is our own fucking ego. What are you listening to? What is it that you believe about yourself that's not helping you grow? And see, the ego have you stuck on stupid, making you believe that, man, your spirituality and your growth and development is on fleek, and man, you all that. It'll have you thinking that you're fucking getting ready to graduate cum laude, you know what I mean? Whatever you call that shit, you know what I mean? With a 4.0 from college. And your ass ain't got out of fucking elementary school yet. I've met so many people in this spiritual growth and development circle who rock crystals, and I had no problems with crystals. I work crystals every fucking day. You know, they got their sage, they got their essential oils and all this other stuff, you know what I mean? They meditate, so they say, and they do all this stuff, right? And they're out of something in mind. And they actually believe that their spirituality is so much higher than what it really is. In their mind, they're convinced because they've been doing this a year. They've been doing this 2 years. They've been doing this 3 years. Fuck it, I've been in this journey for 5 years. I got all my crystals and da-da-da-da. And I can tell you everything about crystals and da-da. You could tell people everything about everything out there. Sage, rosemary, dandelions, all this shit, but you can't tell us why your ego is still fucking you up. You can tell everybody all this shit. You can read tarot cards, oracle cards, charms, pendulums, and all this other stuff, but you still can't control your fucking ego. You still can't put your ego in check. You still a slave to your fucking mind. You're a slave to your fucking ego. And you're not even aware of it. That's how fucking woke you really are. You're still a slave to your ego. And your ego has you convinced that you're fucking woke. You're a slave to your fucking ego, and your ego has you fucking convinced that you're fucking enlightened. That you're Buddha conscious, Christ conscious, God conscious. Man, we gotta grow up. We have to grow up. Somebody could tell us some shit we don't want to hear. Some real shit we don't want to hear. And our ego, well, who the fuck this motherfucker think he is? And I don't know who the fuck they think they are. And why they telling me this shit? This motherfucker don't know. I've been putting in the fucking work. I've been putting in the work for 5 years. And and all this other stupid ass bullshit. Because that's ego fucking you up. That's ego taking you on a fucking trip. You can't hear real shit. Because your ass think you know more than what you do. You can't accept real shit. Because your ass think you're better than what you really are. Because you're a fucking slave to your ego. You're a prisoner in your own fucking mind. And the fucked up part is, you think you're fucking free. That's the greatest irony. That's the great fucking irony. That's the great fucking twist of life. You're a fucking prisoner in your own fucking head. You're a slave to your own fucking mind. And your mind has you so fucking convinced that you're woke, that you're liberated, that you're free. And nothing could be further from the truth. Nothing could be further from the truth. Man, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. It is what it is. Man, I hope and pray that I've said something to encourage you, to inspire you, to challenge you. Man, whoosa, let it out. Sit down, look in the mirror, have a heart-to-heart conversation with the person in the mirror. Understand that, man, you're still a slave. You may not want to be a slave. You might want to be free. But as long as you're allowing your ego to dictate policy to you, you're not. And so you have to learn how to bring your ego in subjection. You have to learn how to bring your ego, your mind, under control. And that's so much harder than what we say, than how it comes across. It seems like it'd be an easy thing, but it's not. It's not. It's like meditating. It's harder than meditating. Most people can't sit down and meditate because they think, man, I got to quiet my mind, and I can't do that because my mind is all these random ass ignorant ass fucking thoughts just coming down. I'm just bombarded with shit. And so most people can't meditate and won't meditate because, man, they don't know how to silence their mind. A lot of people can't go to sleep at night because, man, their mind won't shut off. And so they have to pop pills. They got to drink a little something to just relax and chill out. Because they've never learned how to silence the mind. They've never learned how to shut the fucking ego up. How to bring the ego under control. It's a process. It's a journey. It's a journey. And truth be told, the great majority of us ain't there yet. You ain't there yet. And that's okay. This is not to put you down and make you less than what you is or whatever that stupid shit. That's ego fucking you up. That's ego playing games on you to get you offended. That makes you so sensitive. That's an ego trip. Don't get caught up in the games. Learn to take control of your life. And you learn to take control of your life by learning to take control of your ego. Stop allowing your ego to fuck up your relationships. Stop allowing your ego to fuck up your job opportunities. Stop allowing your ego to fuck up your friendships. Man, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. Man. Learn to excel. Learn to get out in nature. Spend some time in nature. Get some sunlight. Your body needs it. See, most of us, we've never learned to listen to our body. We listen to all the other bullshit, but we've never learned how to listen to our own body. Your body will heal itself if you would shut the fuck up and do what your body tells you. Happy healing. Peace.